Have you been diagnosed with breast cancer and feeling as if there's absolutely nothing that you can do? That you are at the end of the road? I am here to let you know that there is so much more that you can do. Repeat after me. Cancer, you have no power over me. I refuse to glorify or magnify your name. You are not the big C. You are the little insignificant C that means absolutely nothing to me. I am more than a conqueror. Today, I become the CEO of my health. As a thriving cancer survivor since 2004, without the use of chemotherapy or radiation, I am here to share some powerful, life-changing advice and healing modalities that have worked exceptionally well for me. Hi, I'm Angie, your certified holistic health coach, certified chef, thriving cancer survivor since 2004, the author of the Juice Ebook, Nourish with Nature, who educates and inspires you to heal yourself naturally with nutrition and lifestyle. Before I get into the video, I just want to put my disclaimer out there. I am not a doctor. I do not provide medical advice. If you need medical advice, please consult your medical professional. This video is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The first thing you need to do is become the CEO of your health. I am going to share a lot with you today, but you have to promise me that you will follow through with your own research. I need you to do your own due diligence and educate yourself as much as you can. Promise? Please go ahead, type promise in the comments to let me know that you are ready to take charge of your health. You are going to have to change your mindset. No matter what it is, no matter how dire it seems, there's always a solution. Do not give your power over to cancer. Remember, it's a little insignificant tiny C. If you are crying and wallowing in your self-pity and carrying on, stop it right now because it's not going to help. Crying is going to stress you out. The stress is going to get you out of here faster than the cancer will. Your body doesn't need all of that stress. Stress releases cortisol. That's not good for you. So you have to put that stress to the side. I never stressed throughout my diagnosis. It's not my thing because I'm always in that positive mind frame. I'm usually like, okay, what do we do now? So I remember telling my cousin, the doctor diagnosed me with cancer. One of us gotta go and it sure ain't gonna be me. 21 years later, who's here? You have to speak power over your life. You have to let cancer know there is no room. How dare you try and invade my temple? How dare you? Ask your doctor if the cancer will return, just to get their response. They may give you that whole, pitch about a 5-year cancer survival rate. That's a whole other video right there. But why limit yourself to 5 years when you can live for 20 or more years? If you became the CEO of your health and took matters, paid more attention to your body. Most doctors never ever mention secondary cancers. Yes, the chemo and the radiation, it's going to blast particular cells, the cancerous cells, but they never inform you of what happens to all the surrounding cells. They get affected by those radiation and chemo as well. This is why you might hear others say, oh, I'm a second time or a third time or whatever, because they're blasting one area and the cancer is returning in another area. Now, this is the one thing that I have to give props to my doctor for. He did explain that part. Didn't explain anything else, but he did explain, if you do the chemo or the radiation, I cannot promise you that the cancer will not return in another part of your body. Become a deep diver. When I say deep diver, you are going to research as much as you can and arm yourself with knowledge. You will have to unlearn everything that you have learned. Your life may not expire in 6 months to a year if you put in the work. I know that we've been brainwashed into thinking that the doctor knows best. I was there too. I was like that too. Every little issue that I had, I would run to the doctor. Then I discovered that all they do is either give me a prescription for medication or for surgery. And that really, it's not my thing. So you have to put the work in. You have to be diligent. You have to arm yourself with the knowledge. Educate, I can't say this enough. Educate yourself as much as you possibly can. The knowledge that you've attained, you are going to apply that knowledge. That is when it becomes power. Amplified. Your power is going to be amplified. A TikTok video is not going to help you. That's not enough information. You can't possibly learn everything that you need to know with a 2-minute TikTok video. It's not going to work. It's going to take years of due diligence and doing your own research and finding out what works for you. So dive deep. You are going to need a support system, whether it be close family, close relatives, close friends. You might need someone to talk to. If you're not as strong-willed as I am, you may need someone to talk to. I didn't necessarily need anyone to talk to. Like, I honestly was not afraid. My question was, when I received the diagnosis, I'm like, okay, so what do we do next? Because there is always a solution. So I wasn't a crybaby about it. And I noticed that whenever I shared the information with others or people that I thought were my friends or really close, they would be freaking out. So I just kept it to myself. I'm like, I can't share this with. I was pretty much consoling them. It was the other way around. So you definitely need that support system. You need someone to listen to you whenever you are ready to vent, if that's the case. Become familiar with your options for treatment and other healing modalities. There is no one method for cancer. However, in the allopathic world, once you're diagnosed with cancer, there's pretty much 3 things that they're going to do. You're going to get a prescription for chemo or radiation or surgical procedure. If you follow through with the surgical procedure, they may add some more medication after that, like a follow-up. There is never any mention of adopting a healthier lifestyle or eating habits or lifestyle changes or holistic healing. There's never any mention. You have to have a naturopathic doctor to assist you with that, or you got to go ahead and do your own research. So this is why you are going to do your own due diligence, research as much as you can, because there is so much information out there. You are going to find what works for you. The only option that was given to me when I was diagnosed was bilateral mastectomy, chemo, and radiation. Those are the only 3. I didn't know much about cancer back then. I honestly did. I really didn't know much. I opted for, and I believed in my doctor and I trusted that they knew exactly what I needed and all of that. So I opted for a bilateral mastectomy. The cancer was only detected in one breast. I actually detected the cancer, matter of fact. I detected the lump. I have a video. I will link the video. You can go ahead and watch it, how, my story of, surviving cancer. So, yes, the breast that had the lump, They opted to remove that, and they coerced me into removing my other breast as well. And I went ahead and did that. Now, had I known back then what I know now, I would have never, ever, ever agreed to that, because there's so many other things that I could have done. Anyhow, I have learned what to do. I have become the CEO of my health. I've taken control of my health. Honestly, I don't even go to the doctor. I don't. Like I said, I don't go, because when you go to the doctor, it's going to be a prescription for meds or a prescription for surgery. I'm not interested. I'm not. So I don't. I am very in tune with my body. That's the next thing that you're going to do. You are going to become in tune with your body. Listen to your body. You are the greatest doctor when it comes to your body. Nobody knows your body better than you. Stop putting your trust into that white coat, because you know exactly what is wrong with you. Pay attention to your body. Become in tune with your body, so that whenever something, whenever you notice changes in your body, you want to write it down. So that's the next thing that you're going to do. You are going to journal. I have been journaling for like over 10 years. It's helped me to identify certain things. If you add something to your diet and it doesn't agree with you, journaling is going to help you to make that connection. Let me share this experience of what journaling has done for me. Whenever I notice changes in my body, I start really journaling heavily. I had an issue where I would get out of bed and I could barely walk. I was dragging my feet, but the minute I started walking, like the pain just went away. It was so painful. Hop out of the bed in the morning and it's so freaking painful. I'm walking and, the pain just kind of goes away. I thought maybe it was my sandals, because, I'm like, it's not supporting my feet. I bought sneakers and I still got out of bed and I was dragging. So I had to backtrack. You know what my issue was? Peanuts. I don't have an allergy. I'm not allergic to nuts. And I love peanuts. Now, I don't know if they changed the ingredients in it, because, they be doing all type of stuff. Everybody's trying to cut back on ingredients and whatever they do. Nothing tastes the same anymore. I don't know if anyone notices that, but nothing tastes the same anymore. So I would buy my peanuts, and I don't have I don't buy junk food. I don't have any cookies, and I don't have junk food in my house. Like, we eat fruits and stuff like that, or I make my pastries or cookies or whatever. I make everything. So the only thing that I buy are like peanuts. So I'd be watching TV every single night. I'm watching TV and I'd be snacking on the peanuts. And then I wake up in the morning and I can't freaking walk. I didn't make the connection right then and there. I didn't. So I was doing some research, and what I discovered, what I had, was called plantar fasciitis. Now, every single video that I've seen, people are spending so much time with a therapist and doing this and doing that, and they're still in freaking pain. And all these different therapies, like wasting time going to therapy. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go do your therapy. I'm just letting you know that that would have been a waste of time for me. And I stopped eating the peanuts. I like, what is it that I'm doing every single night? This happens only when I wake up in the morning. Backtrack. This is why you write stuff down. Write stuff down. I do this for my clients. I tell them, write it down, so when your body reacts, it's easier for you to find out what the heck it is, because you've been journaling, writing down, keeping track of the foods and stuff that you eat. Once I remove the peanuts from my diet, I can walk. Sandals don't bother me. The sandals that I thought was the issue, don't bother me. I can walk. I don't drag. So this is why you have to become the CEO of your health. This is why you have to become in tune with your body. This is why you pay attention to your body. So whenever something goes wrong, it's so much easier for you to detect it once you look over your journal. I have many more stories like that that I can explain. And I would have been super pissed had I gone to the doctor and he sent me for x-ray here and this here and sent me to all his other friends so everybody could get a cut of the insurance money or get a cut of my money. No, I don't do that. Of all the healing modalities that I have incorporated into my diet, I must say that juicing has been it's been a life-changing experience for me. If you've been following me for a while, you know that some people call me the juice lady. I'm always juicing. I would always explain the benefits of the juice. I have videos here on this platform. You could go ahead and check to see all the juices, that I've shared. And it's juicing is a big thing for me. It's a big thing. Now, the easiest way to promote healing is through fluids, liquids. So my main thing, how I hydrate my body on a cellular level, is through juices, smoothies, and herbal teas. Because plain water is not going to cut it. All water is going to do is have you run into the bathroom, peeing constantly, leaching out all of your minerals. We do not want to. How are you hydrating if every time you drink the water is like running out? Oh, I'm flushing my system. No, you're not. You are drinking so much water. If you are drinking so much water to the point where your urine is just clear, you're leaching your minerals. It's not supposed to be yellow. It's supposed to have a little tint, a slight tint to it, but it shouldn't be yellow and it shouldn't be clear. So you want to pay attention to your urine. I have compiled a Juice Ebook with over 60 recipes, and it has juices, smoothies, and herbal teas. I've shared tons of gems in that ebook as well that you can also go ahead and incorporate in your life. Now, if you'd like to, feel free to go ahead to my website, nourishwithnature.us. I'll actually leave the link. I have two websites. I will leave the link where you can go ahead and get your copy of that Juice Ebook. Like I said, it's been magical for me. The first 2 weeks, my first 2 weeks of juicing. Now, I'm not talking about juice fast. I'm just saying incorporating juices into my lifestyle. I experienced health benefits that I wasn't even looking for. I wasn't even trying to resolve half of the issues that corrected itself, such as, actually, I'll share that in my Juice Ebook. Yes, but there's so many issues that I had that I corrected with juicing. A guide for you as to how much you should be drinking each day. It is recommended that you drink half of your body's weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you want to make sure you have 100 ounces each day that you're taking that in, whether it be by teas or juices or smoothies. You want to ensure that you're getting at least 100 ounces in. Now for me, what I was doing at least 64 ounces of juice each day. And I would put my juice in a mason jar. That way, mason jar is a quart. It's 4 cups. It's easier for me to keep track when I can see exactly how much I'm drinking. And you do not have to glug, 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 gulp it down all at once. No, you don't have to do it in one whop. Sip. Sip throughout the day. Don't have to gulp it down. Before you know it, that whole quart is gone. Grab another quart and you sip until it's done. So that is just my preference on healing my body on a cellular level, because plain water is just not going to cut it. Now, by the second week of me juicing, now I'm not talking about a juice fast. I've never juice fasted. I don't follow trends. There's just a lot that I just do what works for my body. And in time, you will understand what works for your body and you will do it too. So I do not juice fast. I've never attempted to juice fast. I just make sure that I incorporate juices on a daily basis. Because what I've noticed, a lot of people, they'll do a juice fast, 5-day, 10-day, 20 days, whatever amount of days that they do. And then after the juice fast, they just go back to their old habits. It's like null and void. Why not just go ahead and drink the juices every single day or as often as you possibly can, as opposed to doing this fast and then after that, there's no more juice ever. No. 2 weeks into juicing, my pineal gland opened up. I didn't even know there was such a thing. But my entire world, or the entire world, seemed to just open up in front of me. Like I was seeing everything for what it is. The brainwashing, the lies, the robots. This is years ago. Not today. A lot of people are kind of getting hip to it. I'm still late to the party because I wish I had known all of this when I was a baby. Better late than never, right? But everything, I was able to see everything for what it is. And it kind of made me angry for a minute. But then I had to pull back and channel that anger into something more positive. So now I'm able to educate. Now I'm able to inspire. Now I'm able to share my experiences with people like you who, want to sit and listen and learn and do your own research as well. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to eat a specific diet. You have to understand what works for your body. Everyone's body is different. You don't have to eat meat. You don't have to be all vegan. You don't have to be pescatarian. You need to find what works for you. When you find what works for you, when you eliminate things that, you eat something, you have an adverse reaction, you cut it out. That's how it works. Don't force it. Your body doesn't agree. You eat pork, it makes you nauseous, you have a bad reaction, leave the pork. You eat vegetables, you have a bad reaction, leave the vegetables. You need to understand. Don't force it because somebody says, that is what you have to do. And if you don't do, you don't have to have that dogmatic approach to healing. Everyone's body is different, and you need to understand what your body is. I eat meat, never gave up meat. My body is a seafood and chicken body, but of course I do love me some oxtails. I'm not going to eat the oxtails every single day, but I love me some shrimp. I love me some fish. That's my body. And you know what? I don't know if it's because I eat so much vegetables. I freaking crave vegetables. That's my body. Am I going to eat raw vegetables every day? No, that doesn't work for my body. Do I steam my vegetables? Yes, my body digests that so much better. So don't let anyone tell you you have to become a raw vegan and it doesn't work for you. If you have to cook don't let anybody tell you if you cook your vegetables, you're going to ruin all the nutrients. Do what works for you. Become in tune with your body. I have never been diet specific. I've never promoted any one specific diet. This is the best part of the video, at least for me it is. You are going to cook from scratch without sacrificing flavors. It's the best part of the video for me because I am a chef. Now, you have seen all these culinary masterpieces that I have created. Yes. Whenever I am in my element, baby, yes, ooh, I stay in the kitchen. The kitchen is my sanctuary. Y'all know that. I could stay in the kitchen for hours. That's my happy place. And what do you need when you're diagnosed? You need joy. Whatever it is that brings you joy, yes, you are going to gravitate towards that. But let's go back to the cooking. Anywhere you see the Ange'luscious logo, I want you to know, if you don't know how to cook, you are going to learn. I have tons of videos on here demonstrating how to cook and how I create these beautiful meals. These are dishes that I crafted and photographed myself. So wherever you see the Ange'luscious logo, Just trust and believe that, you know what? She did it. I can do that too. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You are going to, this is a big, like a huge part of your healing journey. You are going to remove junk food from your diet. Move it, move it, move it. The processed food, you're going to move it from your diet. The artificial colorings and the flavorings, that's what got you to where you are in the first place. But we were all brainwashed. We didn't know. We've been seeing all the stuff advertising on TV, and, you know, we think there's so many things that's been touted as healthy. So many things that's been touted as healthy, and it's just straight garbage, causing, you know, wreaking havoc on your body. So this is where I come in. Now, I'm Jamaican, and I see a lot of Jamaicans cooking. I applaud you. Like, I honestly applaud you for cooking. Because all you people out there, them malice up them kitchen, why, I have no idea. So I applaud you for getting in the kitchen and doing the damn thing. I do. However, when I see you added, you can't believe it's not butter, because it ain't butter, I cringe. When I see you using vegetable spread and margarine and, baby, you are going to divert from that. That's poison. Color's been added to make it yellow, just to let you know. I'm a big fan of butter. I know you've been brainwashed into thinking butter's going to give you high cholesterol and this and that and yeah. Butter is one ingredient. One. Cream. When you take the cream and you churn and you churn and it turns into butter. One ingredient. The only other ingredient that might be in butter is because it's salt, and that's because they call that the salted butter. But if you get unsalted butter, like I use unsalted butter to bake my cakes, salted butter to do other things so I can control the salt. So unsalted butter for the cakes and the pastries and all of that, and you use that nice salted butter when you want to, you know, brush it on your bread or whatever. But yes, butter is one ingredient. Go and check on your vegetable spread. See, this is the brainwashing that I'm talking about. When you see vegetable, I was there too. I used to buy a whole lot of this stuff. So I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm just sharing my journey, the things that I've been through, the things that I've eliminated from my diet I'm trying to help you. So it's a play on words for most of these things that you see, you know, in the stores and that's touted as healthy. Vegetable oil or vegetable spread. You might think that, you know, the word vegetables on it, so this butter substitute has to be good. A lot of people don't even know it's a butter substitute. A lot of people think that it's actually butter. I've been to Jamaica on several occasions, sent someone to the store to buy butter, or walk to the store myself, ask the person for butter, and they tell me, or they hand me margarine. And I'm like, this is not butter. They're looking at me like I'm stupid. Because a lot of people still don't understand. They all think it falls under butter. No, those are butter substitute. There are claims that it's actually one molecule away from being plastic. That's how much of a concoction. Get your butter, look on the back of your butter, or what you think, your margarine, your vegetable spread, read the ingredients. It's about this long. You don't want that. You don't need propylene glycol. You don't need emulsifiers. It's just butter. Butter is one ingredient. Your body needs fat. Your brain needs fat. Fat isn't bad. So we are going to get into the kitchen and we are going to cook with, we're going to make healthier choices. I'm just going to share some examples about, you know, the crappy food and the brainwashing that, you know, we've had and not even really realizing that we've been brainwashed because yes, the indoctrination is real. Vanilla essence is one of them. Vanilla essence. You don't want that. Vanilla essence. There is absolutely no vanilla in it. No vanilla. It's another chemical concoction, artificial flavorings, just nasties is what I call them, nasties. You want to get pure vanilla extract. And if you want to know how to make a vanilla extract, you can go to my website, Ange'luscious.com, The recipe is there for you. It's just vanilla beans in some alcohol. You sit there, you let it sit, and the alcohol will extract all of that nice vanilla, from that vanilla. And that's it. It's that easy. So you are going to learn to spend time in the kitchen. If you want healing, that is something that you have to do. Spend some time. I'm not saying you're going to sit in the kitchen for 8 hours, but you can, set aside days to do certain things. There is so much that I would love to share with you today, but it's impossible for me to go ahead and compress all this information into one video. So if you like this kind of content and you would like to see more, let me know in the comments what you would like to see, what you would like to hear, what you want to know, what you'd like me to share, and I will do my best to do so for you. If this video has added value to your life, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. Doing so will push this video out into the algorithm. It will really help this channel a lot so that other people who are interested in this type of content can see and hear and know that there is a way, and you do not have to sit down and wallow in your self-pity if you have a cancer diagnosis. Thank you so much for tuning in to Ange'luscious Authentic Dishes, aka the Herb Lady. Be blessed.